Hey, so I was asked to do a video about some of the things that I think are essential for this way of eating. So I'm going to give you a little tour about and talk to you about some of the various things that I feel are essential for keto, ketovore lifestyle. To me, these are essential and I couldn't do without them. Hello, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Thank you for watching. First up, you got your containers. Now, your plastic containers. Now, some people want to do glass containers, and that's okay. You can do them glass containers. I personally use plastic, and people kind of fuss at me about it in one of my videos, but I don't care. I'm a plastic kind of girl. There's a whole lot of other things in this world that are going to kill me before plastic does. You got to have a deep plastic container. So in case you want some kind of soup, you need a shallow plastic container. In case you want to do apples or something. Or meat that won't fill that. Then you need your little bitty container in case you want to do 2 apples. You want to need this container. This one is perfect for a salad because you can drizzle your dressing on and you can get to the whole thing. When I use these for my salad, they're just too deep. These are really good for if you're going to do lean meat and it's going to take a lot of space. These are really good for that. So then, like I said, these are good for salads. It's also good for lean meats if you need a bulk. This right here is if you're going to do lazy meal prep. You put your meat on this side, you put your frozen vegetables on this side. You can buy frozen vegetables from your freezer of your Walmart, put them over here and your meat over here. You microwave it one time and it's done. These are the same kind of things. I am all about getting my stuff as much as I can from Walmart. So most of these were from Walmart. I think these might have been from Amazon, but there was no need for it. All the rest of them are from good old Walmart. So I feel like the number one thing, you have to have a place to store it because we meal prep. So you got to have a place to store your food. Next up, we have our crock pots and our crock pot liners. You can't bulk meal prep your ground beef or your ground chicken or your chicken thighs or your pork butts. You can't do all that without a crock pot. Although you can go old school and do it all in your oven, but you can't be lazy about it and just turn on a crock pot and come in every hour and check on it. So crock pots, you have to have a way to cook your meat. First, you have to have a way to storage. Otherwise, you cook it, and then what are you going to do with it? So you have to have your stuff to store it, and then you have to be able to way to mass produce and cook it. So this is my second thing that is absolutely mandatory if you're going to bulk prep and be a meat-based keto person or carnivore. You got to have crock pots. You ain't got to have 6 of them, but you got to have a couple good crock pots. Next up, you got to have something to cook things in. So whether you want to have eggs in the morning, bacon in the morning, pan-fried steak, pan-fried chops, you got to have some good cooking. You do not have to have cast iron. All mine came from thrift stores and my mama who got it from her mama who got it from her mama. So I've got a lot of old cast iron. However, these are really good for all kinds of things. So I also use the non-cast iron and the non-cast iron. So you have to have something else that you can cook in. Now, along with these, you also have to have some good kitchen tools. What kind of kitchen tools? Well, you need a good slotted spoon for when your stuff's in the crock pot and you're scooping the meat out of the crock pot and you're leaving the juice behind. You got to have a pancake turner. You got to be able to turn your meat. You got to have some tweezers, or not tweezers. You need some tongs. They don't have to be a fancy brand. You just need tongs. Mine are Walmart. And you got to have one of these because if you come across a jicama or rutabaga, you got to be able to hit your knife to get it to go through the middle of that rutabaga. So you need one of these. Along with that, you definitely need some good knives. Now, this is Walmart knives. I get Walmart knives. I do have one really nice one because I got suckered into ordering some of those Cutco brand, and that's a good knife. But anyway, so you need some knives and a meat thermometer. I personally have this one. I also have the instant read kind. This is that meter, which is the wireless kind. You don't have to have this kind. You just need a thermometer. So these are more things that you need. Can you believe I forgot to pull this bad boy out? I use this every weekend when I meal prep my ground beef. I chop up my ground beef or ground chicken. I chop it up. So this is my best friend. Mwah! Our final setup is seasonings. You must have seasonings. You just have to. Otherwise, you're just gonna, now, unless you like plain meat, rock on. But, I love seasonings. I have to have seasonings because of, one, my taste buds have changed since I had COVID. So now I need a lot of stronger flavors. So seasonings is something extremely important for your food. You need to, you got your garlic, your salt, your specialty salts, you got onions, you got paprika, got, again, some more specialty salts, and your Italian seasonings, your Creole seasonings, your cinnamon spicy seasonings, your Indian seasonings, just all your seasonings. Seasonings is a huge, huge important part of something that I use every single day. And speaking of every single day, not only are seasonings important, but we know gloves. Now, this will just get an honorable mention, all right? I'll just say an honorable mention for gloves. And I'll give this an honorable mention, but not a requirement, the dehydrator. Both of these get an honorable mention. The last thing I'm going to show you even comes with 4 seasonings. A scale. You need to have a kitchen scale. Mine happens to be Weight Watchers, which is hilarious because I don't do Weight Watchers. But mine died, and that was the fastest way I could get one, was driving over to the Weight Watcher building and buying one. So a scale, a food scale. This is extremely important if you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you need to know how much you're taking in every single meal. Even if you're doing more than what you need, whatever you want to do, but you really, really need to know what you're putting in your mouth and how much your macros are. Whatever macro you're counting, that's up to you. But a scale and all these other things that I've showed you are what I consider essential for the keto, carnivore, low carb lifestyle. Other than the food, and I'm not going to bring out food, but these are the tools that you need to have in your kitchen. Oh my goodness, not most important, let me just give this an honorable mention. A freezer. Now, you can use the freezer that's on your refrigerator, but a good freezer is your best friend. You can go to Walmart and stock up on all the yellow tag items, come home and throw them in your freezer, and you'll have meat for years. So a freezer is definitely another honorable mention. So, okay, there you go. That's all the things that I feel like everybody needs in order for a keto, carnivore, or carnivore lifestyle. Those are my items that you must have.